back to my channel. Today I'm talking about hair growth. Facial hair growth in particular, facial hair growth in women. So I don't have the facial hair that some women have, but I've got these pesky chin hairs. But for the sake of today's video, I will refer to all of this as facial hair. And it's very common in women. I started getting chin hairs, I don't know, I think when I was in college, and I would get one, maybe somewhere down here, and I would pluck it and I wouldn't get another one for another 2 months. It would be that long before another one popped up. Fast forward all these years, and now I have them along my jawline, both sides of my jawline, and under my chin. It's annoying, not the worst thing that could be going on in my life, but it's really just annoying. So at one point I was getting waxed, and I would go to the nail salon and have them wax my chin, and it was fine, but it felt so impersonal. I think I felt like a number because it was over just like that. Now that part I didn't mind so much because waxing isn't the most pleasant thing. It's not horrible, but you know, there's a wee bit of pain involved. But I just felt like, you know, I would get called back, plop down in the chair, slap on the wax, strip, 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 and then that was it. There was no, I don't know, I just didn't feel a connection with the person that was giving me the wax. And I don't know, maybe it's also too the fact that I just don't like someone other than a doctor or my hairstylist so close to me, up in my face and breathing on me. I don't know, but it felt so impersonal and like I was just another number. So I decided, you know, maybe I can do this at home by myself. And I'm a total DIYer. I do my nails, I you know, do my own hair, except for cutting. I don't do that. But I don't mind doing things DIY. It's a way that I can spend time with myself and just love on myself, and I can do it in the comfort of my own home. So I went to the drugstore and I found a product. I tried it, and I've been using it ever since. Let me tell you more about it. So the Sally Hansen Extra Strength All Over Body Wax Kit has everything you need to wax the areas where you want to remove the unwanted hair. It comes with a container of microwavable wax. You get wooden spatulas to apply the wax, plus the wax removal strips. And they give you a gentle soothing oil to use after you've waxed all the areas you want to. And before you wax anything, be sure you make the time to read the instructions carefully so that you won't harm yourself or burn your skin. Just pop the wax into the microwave for about 30 seconds, then you're ready to begin waxing. Now, when I wax my chin, I typically use 1 or maybe 1.5 of these full-size sheets, but because I'm waxing a small area, I don't use the full size. I cut it in half and then cut it again this way. And I didn't mention that occasionally I wax my eyebrows. I don't do my brows, but maybe 2 or 3 times a year because I have very thin eyebrows. I pencil them in a lot, and I know that a lot of it has to do with my thyroid disease, which I didn't find out about until a few years ago. But the outer edges, the outer corners of your eyebrows, when they are thin, that can be a symptom of thyroid disease. And I used to have great brows. They were full all the way through. But of course, over the years, and I say over the years, but over the years, so perhaps with age, plus with me having thyroid disease, the ends of my eyebrows are very sparse, and my eyebrows in general have gotten very sparse. So, but I use this size strip even when I'm doing my eyebrows. I just put the wax up there, do it this way, and strip it off. So I've got my my strip cut to the size that I want, taking my wooden stick. And you don't want to put on a very thick layer of the wax. Actually, you want a very thin layer, just enough to cover the hair completely. And if you've got long hair or hair that frames your face, be sure to get your hair out of the way. You don't want to get wax on it. Okay, look at the strip. I'm going to show it to you first, before and after. And you want to press the strip down in the direction that the hair grows, which is why I'm doing rubbing my finger down in this direction. Pull the skin taut and pull. These are the hairs that came off that section of my chin. So, okay. And this process to me is pretty much painless. I've been waxing for a number of years, and I honestly don't know if it's that my skin is somewhat desensitized to the process, or if it's just something about this particular wax that helps with the pain. Now my eyebrows, that's a different story. That's a little painful. Pull the skin taut and then pull the strip. Okay, I've got a few more hairs there. And you know what? That's a little redness. Maybe I had a bump down here somewhere. But there's definitely a little red. Maybe that's a little bit of bump down here somewhere. But there's definitely a little red. Maybe that's a little bit of blood there. And this never happens. Of course, it's doing it today because I'm recording it. But I got more hair on that strip. So my skin feels pretty smooth over here. I think I have everything on this side. Now I've got to get this last one. So normally I'll use 3 strips, and that will take care of my entire chin area. And if I use a 4th, it's to go back and clean up any little hairs that I didn't get the first time. I did not mention that you want to wax on clean, dry skin, because if your skin is oily, then the wax may not adhere the best. And of course, it's kind of a waste of time if you heat the wax, apply it, cut your strips if you prefer to cut your strips, and then when you take it off, you barely pulled any hairs off because your skin is oily, so the wax didn't stick. Oh, more hairs. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I don't even see all the hair until I get in my car. Natural light is the best light. We all know that. But when I'm in my car headed to work or to church, it's mainly those 2 times that the light hits my face and my chin so perfectly that I can see every single hair that's there, and it's horrible. So I started keeping a pair of tweezers in my purse. It got so bad that at first I kept the tweezers in my car. And I said, you know what? I may be caught in a situation where I'm not in the car and I feel a hair, or it's just an off week and I haven't waxed. So I bought a 2nd pair of tweezers, and I keep one in my purse. So one at home, one in the purse. My skin is really smooth. And what you see here, this is just wax. So I will take an extra piece of unused wax strip and just get that off. Comes right off. This is good for just going back to pick up any little pieces of wax that you might have missed. Look at that. Or any stray hairs that you might have missed. So that's that. Waxing, I used 3 strips, or 4 if you count that last one where I just picked up extra pieces of wax or any stray hairs. My skin is very smooth. Now, I've got the hairs off, and here I will use the Azulene Finishing Oil. All I do is get a piece of tissue or a cotton swab. I've got a paper towel right here. So I'll use a small piece of paper towel. And actually, I think I prefer paper towel because tissue can leave little residue on my chin. So just put it on there a little bit. That's all, just enough to wet a small section. And this is a soothing oil. And like I said, I'm pretty much used to it, so I don't get any irritation on my chin. I just really love this Sally Hansen product. Okay, y'all, I know this might look a little gross, but I'm showing you this for a reason. Here are the strips of wax with my chin hairs on them. Oops, sliding down. And I'm showing this to you to let you know that, again, having facial hair as a female, there's nothing wrong with it. That doesn't make you weird or abnormal or anything like that. But the good thing is there are products on the market to help us keep it in check. So yeah, and here are my tweezers. These are my favorite tweezers. They have almost like ergonomic, but it fits my hand perfectly. I got these from Avon about 3 years ago. This is actually my second pair. So my first ones I got even prior to that about 5 years ago. And this is the second pair that I have. Let me know if you use tweezers. What brand of tweezers do you use? I know there's Tweezer Man. Haven't used it. I do know that all tweezers aren't created equal, but I just don't know if I can find anything else better than these. And you know, I've thought about laser hair removal, but I've heard some stories that it may leave marks, but I also know too, with technology and innovation, maybe that doesn't happen anymore. So if you've had laser hair removal, let me know. Or if you know of anyone that's had it, I want to hear the good stories and the bad, because who knows? It's not off the table. Anything's possible. And I feel like as long as I keep living, these facial hairs are going to keep growing. So whatever I can do just to help myself continue to maintain my standard of looking and my confidence. Okay, friends, so my chin is nice and smooth, and I wanted to just talk a little bit more about the Sally Hansen. This product cost me about $12 or $13, and I got it from a local drugstore. I got it from CVS, and I'm sure you can pretty much find it anywhere. This one jar of microwavable wax will last me well over a year. Now, the last box I'd had for over a year, but I threw it away because the wax was still effective, but I don't really know the shelf life of the wax. And even though I'm using it about every 2 weeks, every week and a half or 2 weeks, I still had more product left, but I just wanted to make sure that it was still, it was still fresh, I guess. Also, if you run out of any of the supplies that come inside the box, just go replenish them, go buy more. The wax strips that come in the box, eventually, depending on the frequency that you wax, you will run out of wax strips. When I run out, I go to Sally and buy some of the muslin strips for waxing. Easy, and they actually sell the exact perfect size that I need. And let's see, the wooden sticks, same thing. When you run out, just go pick some up from Sally. Works like a charm. I've never run out of the little oil though. Believe it or not, it seems to last forever, but I'm sure Sally has something comparable for the wax also. read the insert very carefully before you wax. Now it says it's perfect for body, bikini area, underarms, arms, legs, and more. Well, my face is the more. So just be sure that you read the instructions carefully before you wax, and you shouldn't have any problem. All right, so until next time, I sincerely appreciate you watching, and remember to keep it naturally corporate.